a massive Mexican fan base as well. But to become a global star, that building process starts now. It's not about building you once you become a world champion. It's about resonating with fans in different international markets around the world, and we have the broadcast partners and the ability to do that, and we look forward to making Mark Castro a global star. We're going to hear from Mark soon, but the man that always does the best job of extracting as much money out of me as possible, in my opinion, one of the best managers in the game today. Remember meeting Keith Connolly when we came over 2.5, 3 years ago. He was really the first guy that put his trust into us when we signed Daniel Jacobs at the time on a big HBO deal. And from there we've worked together on a number of big fights, from, of course, Daniel Jacobs winning the World Championship against Sergey Derevenchenko, his other charge, to landing in that monstrous fight with Canelo Alvarez, with Sergey Derevenchenko with a fight of the year contender against Gennady Golovkin. And I know that Keith and Lou still rip me about that, thinking they should have got the decision that night. But this is a guy who always gets the best for his fighters. Someone that's emotionally invested in his fighters as well, and does a very good job for them. So Keith, firstly, welcome. Delighted to be working with you, with Mark Castro, a wonderful young talent.
Thank you, Eddie. I'm really excited to be working with Eddie on Mark Castro. Mark Castro was the one guy in the amateurs that I really targeted over the last 12 months. Pound for pound, he's the best amateur in the U.S. system. I think he's also going to have a huge Mexican fan base, huge Mexican-American fan base, which is big in boxing. And I couldn't ask for a better partner, Eddie Hearn. I know he's going to put 150%. He's, in my opinion, the greatest promoter in the world right now. So, every promoter was after Mark, every manager was after Mark, and I'm just so excited that me and Eddie were the ones to land him. So, I guess without further ado, we should pass the microphone to the man of the hour, Mark Castro.
Mark Castro, welcome. Your first press conference as a professional. You look $1 million. We don't know what the nickname's going to be. Hollywood Mark, I don't know, whatever it's going to be. But what a time for you, what a moment. About to start your transition to the professional game.
Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for being in this position. Without him, nothing is possible. And my family have an unbelievable support system. And for Keith Conley and Eddie Hearn for getting this deal done. And for us to, this is the start of a great career.
Obviously, you've achieved so much as an amateur. Now, how much are you looking forward to that transition? You've seen some of your other teammates make that transition recently, but you feel like you have a style, and this is the right time for you to turn pro?
I feel like it was a great opportunity with you in the zone and Matchroom to turn pro, and I feel like it was the best of my career. And I accomplished what I accomplished in amateurs, and I look to continue that in the pros.
I know you've got targets, you've got dreams. What are those dreams? Talking about starting in the featherweight division, we know a conversation we had yesterday where you talked about maybe going all the way up to 154 pounds in time. But what are the dreams of Mark Castro working alongside Keith Connolly, Matchroom, and of course the Zone?
Well, the main thing is to inspire people and win world titles and go up to, I think I can go up to 154 eventually, but the main thing is to inspire people, to show them that anything is possible in this world, and just show them that possibilities are endless if you work hard and you sacrifice in life.
You probably don't know this, and a lot of people that have been in the game a long time will tell you, there has never been a better time to turn professional. More broadcasters, more opportunities than ever before. You're going to be boxing on some of the biggest cards in America and also around the world as well. And obviously that's something that you're excited about, to fight around the world. We know you've won world championships in Russia and you box on the road a lot, but important to box in other territories as well.
Yes, it's very important, and it gets me excited because a lot of people can see my talent, and eventually, like, once I get a world title, I have a fan base all over the world.
I think that fan base is going to come out and you're going to be a popular young fighter. What can they expect from Mark Castro style-wise? Like I said, we know that you can adapt and you've won tournaments around the world, but what are they going to see from Mark Castro as a pro?
They're going to see a lot of talent, footwork, speed, power, and just the ability to adjust to any opponent.
And finally, met your dad, met your wonderful family as well. Boxing's your life, isn't it? I mean, we talk about the famous Canelo tagline, no boxing, no life, but for you and your dad, who I believe trained you since the age of 4, this is absolutely everything to you.
Yes, it's everything for us. Everybody has sacrificed something and my family to be in this position, and it's all paying off, and I can't stop now.
Well, we can't wait to welcome you to a professional game, boxing all around the world over the next few years, developing as a talent, developing as a brand, and making sure we map out the way for him to get to the very, very top, live and exclusive in the zone. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we should have a round of applause for the newly turned pro, Mark Castro. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Of course, that's my mistake. Mark would also like to say a few words in Spanish. I was going to do it, but I'll let him do it.
Le quiero pedir gracias a Dios porque sin Él nada es posible, y luego pedir gracias a mi familia porque todos sacrificamos algo para estar aquí, y luego gracias al señor Keith Conley y Eddie Hearn para esta oportunidad. Va a ser una gran carrera. Gracias.
I think that was great words. Great words. Well done again, and we're going to start the Hooker PRORAIS press conference shortly. Thank you very much.
My shit wasn't recording. Can we? I don't know how to do this. I can't get it like that. Can you help me? Do a little squeegee.
Yeah, just make sure you don't pull it too far from the base. So start pulling it from like here, and then just tug it over here. There you go. That's good.
I actually crap. Oh man, now it's the lag. Hey, thank you.
Just have to take it off from the window because you can't close your shit or whatever. Alright, here we go, guys. Actual press conference about to start. Appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe on this good fight. It really is a good fight. Texas versus Louisiana. You're right. Regis even lived in Texas too for a while after he got displaced.
2 chairs, please. Where's Sam? Get you another chair, Sam. You can
Wait, this is right up. Yeah, man, no, you're right. It's a good ass fight. I like this fight. I'm actually curious what weight class is that, because I know Hooker was moving up, but Regis wants to stay at 140, I think. Do you know what weight class this thing is?
I think I do, but I'm not going to say that. Program, hands down. I mean, but he has a picture of his dog and kids, so maybe you won.
So, yeah, we're about to fight over now, 'cause I don't know myself.
Tell you how he's undefeated against him.
But it's a good as break now.
We might as well start while the chairs are coming up.
Let me tell y'all a story about Lou Duke. Every time he go up against me, he lose.
Tell us the fight, mate.
This is the time it changes. Did y'all hear what I said? Every time he go up against me, he lose.
Tell us the fight.
And it's been going on for like 15 years now. Y'all think it's gonna change now?
I am like 0-4 or 0-5 against Bowman. This is true.
Y'all think it's gonna change now?
It all changes on April 17th, baby.
Y'all think it's gonna change now?
Changing right, it's changing. Times are changing.
Well, we're going to get underway. This is going to be an interesting conversation. We're here. We announced earlier today just a wonderful fight on the stone platform, April 17th, MGM National Harbour, Regis PRORAIS against Maurice Hooker. For me, this seemed like an obvious fight, but actually it was a fight that I never expected to happen. Regis PRORAIS coming off Fight of the Year contender for the unified WBA, IBF Super Lightweight Championship. Of course, Maurice Hooker with the win recently, but also in a brilliant fight with Jose Ramirez, which is another unification fight. This is everything that's right about boxing. This is everything that says two guys that want to get back to the top, two guys that now become in the most relevant fight in the division. Two guys that say, you know what, I'll win this fight, I'll take it. Two teams that say, we win this fight, we take it. And it's so refreshing to make a fight like this that actually the fans say, that's great. A loss does not define your career. And I think here we have an opportunity for two guys to get straight back to the top. And it's funny that, after suffering defeats in unification bouts, let's remember that, this fight becomes the hottest fight in the division. We know that the winner of this fight also has one eye on the fight tomorrow night, Saturday night, Mikey Garcia. It's the fight these guys want. Devin Haney will be in town. Tomorrow's going to be moving to 140 very soon. There's massive fights out there for both guys. I'm going to start with Regis PRORAIS. Regis, welcome. You didn't want any tune-up fights after the Josh Taylor fight. You wanted straight back in.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go straight back in. For me, that's what boxing is about. It's about the best fighting the best. A lot of people, they look at a loss and they kind of write you off and stuff like that. All they want to get tune-up fights and stuff. For me, I don't want it. I don't want no tune-up fights. I want all, like, the hardest fights possible. The biggest fights, the hardest fights possible. Maurice Hooker is a former world champion. I'm a former world champion. So, like, for my last, 2 years or something like that, I've been fighting world champion, former world champion, or undefeated fighters, and it's no different right now. I want the same thing. And that's why, the idea came. I went to the press conference for, Mikey and Jesse Vargas when they first announced, and I told Eddie, I want the winner. He said, what about Maurice Hooker? I was like, shit, let's do it. And that's why it's made right now.
Obviously, you suffered that defeat in London. It was an absolute pleasure to promote that fight, one of the best fights I've seen live. How determined are you to come back from that defeat? How much did that defeat hurt? Fight that was very close, could have gone either way. Probably in your hometown or your country, you would have got that victory. But how much has that ignited the fire inside you to get back to the top and win world championship votes?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything for me right now. For me, this is a make or break type of fight. After that, I felt like I was the best in the world at one fight. I still feel like that, but now I think this is like a fight that's really gonna prove it. That's why I say I don't want no tune-up fights. I don't want no easy fights and stuff like that. Because if I go fight an easy fight that I'm supposed to win, of course people gonna, if I'm supposed to beat somebody, then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's supposed to do that. But this is a fight that, if people say it's a pick-up fight, and I win this and win in dominant fashion, then I'll be right back at the top. So that's what I want to be, at the top.
One thing that's surprised me is the confidence of both teams. Obviously, they always back their man, but you overheard Omac talking in the media roundtable earlier that this is a one-sided fight. Lou DeBella's told me multiple times, and so has Sam, that 100% you knock Maurice Hooker out on April the 17th. What kind of fight do you see this as? I mean, you don't see it as one-sided? Do you believe that this is a beatdown by Regis PRORAIS, or do you expect a war in Maryland on April 17th?
I don't know, man. I definitely think I'm gonna win. I never think I'm gonna lose a fight, of course. But I don't see how they think it's a one-sided. But of course, I know Bomac like to talk shit. That's how he is. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. Usually I talk shit, but I'm a little tired right now, so I don't even feel like going in there with them right now. But eventually I'll get back up. But I think it's gonna be a great fight, and I just can't wait.
Do you believe you win this fight by knockout?
I mean, I don't see how he can. If he got stopped by Jose Ramirez, I hit way more than Jose Ramirez, and he knows that. People know that. You know, I'm probably the hardest puncher in the division right now. So, you know, we'll see. But if not, then you know, if I go to decision and beat him on points, that's cool too. It don't matter.
Maurice Hooker, see you smiling there, see you smiling. This is a fight you can really get your teeth into. I know you and the team really excited about this fight.
Oh yeah, man, it's a good fight. Like he said, he's a former world champion. I'm a former world champion. He won the best at 140 right now. He don't have a title. You know, I want to go out there and show the world. I'm the best at 140. You know, that fight with Jose Ramirez, you know, he hit me with a good shot. I lost, but I just want to focus. You know, I just wanted to fight. But this time right here, this fight right here, we're gonna see. You're gonna see a different Maurice Hooker. I want try to worry my last fight, but it ended in the first round. But I'm gonna show you the new Maurice Hooker, the style that my new team, we've been working on. You know, but it's a good fight. You know, people don't want to miss this fight. I'm coming. I know he's coming. But I'm gonna win.
Two aggressive guys, two punchers, of course. They fancy they win this fight by knockout. I know your new man to the left thinks this is an easy night's work for Maurice Hooker. Are you expecting that, or do you expect a knockout on April 17, or are you expecting a tough, long battle?
I don't want to say a tough, long battle. I'm going to do my thing, you know, listen to the game plan with my coach, you know, take round by round. And I will come out on top, you know, and knock out there, I'm going to go for it. If not, I'm going to cruise to the victory.
You've seen the response from this fight. We know multiple networks were trying to land this fight, land on the zone, of course. Do you feel that, although no fault of their own, you know, with Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor, all of a sudden this fight becomes really the fight for the 140-pound division?
To me, I feel like this fight way bigger than Jose and Josh Taylor fight, or whatever they fight. I mean, we both like very excited fight. We both come to fight. We both gonna meet each other in the middle of the ring and do what we have to do to come out with victory. And Josh Taylor and Jose, they got mandatories after mandatories. And a lot of fights like you see, people don't want to see. You know, they want to see you fight like this. The fights get made. Fights with two top guys fight each other.
Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate you pass the microphone to Lou DeBella. Lou, Roman says you just can't win against him. I know you really fancied this fight. You wanted to land Regis a big fight. You've done it, and you believe he wins this fight in style on April 17th.
Well, first of all, since I promoted him right from the beginning, it was never like, he never was like, pick me like who we fought. It was always like, tell me who we're fighting and how much. And then with Churchill, I mean, Sam and Pete, Regis, they never they went into the world boxing super serious because it forced the hand of the guys that had the belts. And it gave him the opportunity to fight a bunch of big fights. That's why he wanted to go in. And as soon as the tournament ended, he was hungry. He was back in the gym within like days. It was crazy. And the people around him were like, make the biggest fight you can make. And I gotta say, like, credit to this guy and Bomac and the people not working with him. I called Nino, and within 4 hours, he came back and said, Maurice likes to fight, Bomac likes to fight, let's get this done. And we were able to get it done. Thank you. Thank the zone. And this is what it's all about. And you know what? Forget about a belt not being at the line. These are the two best guys at 140 available to fight one another. Jose Ramirez got the mandatory, he's going to be a big favorite. Josh Taylor announced his fight today. I don't see how the other guy has any chance at all. Those really are going to be sort of like dancing with the stars as opposed to fights. This is a fight. And this is a fight they both need to win. They're both coming off and out. Neither one of these guys is used to losing. And to get in there and lay it all on the line against another guy that they know is at the top of the division, it's what boxing's supposed to be all about. And frankly, at the catch weight, because it's going to be at 143, we would have fought it at 144 elimination, but it's going to be at 143. That's fine. The attitude on this side of the table was what I was told: don't make it at the weight you have to make it at, because we're going to win the fight.
Do you think these guys now having won world championships just want to have those big fights? Possibility, of course, for the winner of this fight to even move to 47 as well. I mean, Mikey Garcia, Devin Haney at 140, whatever. But you think now with everything they've achieved, it's just about the biggest fights out there?
Look, everyone knows titles still matter. He wants belts, titles still matter. But then at the same time, there are 17 motherfuckers walking around in weight classes saying that they're a world champion. And right now, what you got in this fight is you got two known commodities, two known names, two big names in boxing that are perceived to be in the top 4 of their weight class. Because these guys, right, if you want to give the benefit of the doubt to Ramirez and Taylor, that they have the belts, they're 1 and 2. Well, you got 3 and 4 over here. And 3 and 4 are going to fight each other, not somebody with a name that I never heard of, and can't write or pronounce, that doesn't really deserve the right to be in the ring to be a champion. These guys are both champions, they're getting in the ring, and it's a huge move for the winner, because he's right back on top. But it's a big fucking step back for the loser. So these guys are putting everything on the line, and that's why I got so much respect for the guy over there, because I know Mo Hooker is a terrific fighter and a terrific competitor. I promoted a number of his fights early in his career, he's a good dude too. This guy right here would fight King fucking Kong if you told him where and gave him the right number. And that's what this is all about, man. We're like, it's giving the fans what they deserve to see. The best fighting the best.
Just obviously, we are pre-Watershed. I'd like to take this opportunity for our younger fans watching this stream live on the Zoom to apologise for the language from Mr. DeBella there. He's very excited. And Sam, we know that you are Regis' biggest fan, officially, and pleased to land this fight. What you feel is the perfect fight, the perfect time for Regis' program.
Thanks, Eddie. I mean, look, there's no doubt, there's no secret. I wanted this fight for Regis as soon as some of the names in the division started clearing up, when the names started, mandatory started being obvious, and all the names are being fought against each other. So I think Maurice is a name that I truly believe is a great fight for Regis, and super confident we'll win it. As I told Womack 2 days ago, we're going to get it done. He texted me to sign the contract signed. Good luck.
Fully believe your man got the beating of Maurice Hooker on April 17th.
You'll see. I think it's a much easier fight than most people believe it will be.
We'll start with Dino Dula. Dino, Rock Nation, pleasure to be working with you again on Maurice. Again, we had that, what you may call, he made it look easy on December the 20th in Phoenix. Now this is it, rolling the dice again. We had the massive fight with Ramirez. We rolled the dice there, straight back, rolling it again. You've got to give Maurice a lot of credit for taking this fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, as everybody has said, Eddie, this is what boxing's about. These two guys legitimately are champion level fighters. They're champions. With all due respect to Ramirez and Taylor, they're recognized as the champions and they're great fighters. But keep in mind, both of these guys are coming off fights with those two champions that legitimately could have gone either way. Even though Maurice got stopped against Ramirez, it was a back and forth war. Ramirez got the better of him that night, and someday Maurice is going to revenge that. Regis, his fight against Taylor could have gone either way. The 140-pound division is really a unique division where you have 4 fighters who I believe can be interchangeable. And that's what makes it so exciting to see these two guys who aren't the champions, they just lost their titles, fighting each other, and they really need to be commended. Eddie, wonderful job putting this fight together. Thanks to DAZN for putting this together. And you know what? People also have to start recognizing the fights and quality of shows that Matchroom and DAZN are putting on. And one big thing, they've never asked for an extra $1 than the monthly subscription. You see this pay-per-view fight from the other night, which was a great fight going in, all respect to that. But the pay-per-view numbers, realistically, were disappointing. And it's going to change the scope of the business a lot. But the Zone has been consistent, monthly subscription, best fights, best events. They need to start getting commended by everybody and for what they're doing. This is a great match. The winner's going to be in a great spot with the championships going forward, and I'm really looking forward to this fight on April 17th.
Thank you, Dino. Bomac, I'm going to leave the last words with you, of course. Something I said to you earlier, I said with the media, I said, one thing we know is this fight is not going to be one-sided. You stopped me straight away. You said, oh, this fight is one-sided. What do you see there? What gives you the belief, and what happens on April 17th?
See, when I say that as a trainer. Because you gotta, as a good, all great trainers, you gotta understand the style of fight that you fight. Now I understand his style to the T. So I know what Maurice can do, and I know what he can do. And I know what Maurice can do better than what he can do. So that's why I say it's gonna be a tough fight. He's Creole, he's from Louisiana, he's tough. His bloodline is tough, he's a tough kid. He's only tough for so long though. It's gonna be one-sided after a couple rounds.
Yeah, you said you see it, the dog in Maurice, you see it different. Man, since he's joined up with the camp, the hunger. Does he just dominate this fight? Does he stop Regis' program on April 17th?
I say, like I said, it's gonna be a one-sided fight. We're not never going there looking for the stoppage. We just go in there looking for the win. If the stoppage, you better believe we're gonna be in shape to stop him.
Finally, your adversary, Lou DiBella, just no chance in getting one up on you in this fight on April 17th?
I don't think that's gonna happen. Not that night.
After I'm running a fan.
Hey, I tell you, off to that team over there, Sam, Lou, Regis, you. I take your hat off to us. It's hard to come up against a good team. You're not only fighting him, you fighting the city, his people, my people, Rock Nation. We fighting everybody. And we know that. We know we're fighting everybody on that side. But I think we got more dog in us than they do.
Thank you, Bowman.
Is my dogs over there? Is my dogs over there? Is my dogs over there? Here we go.
There's only one guy fighting though.
Bowman, Lou DiBella, Sam, Dino, but of course, more importantly, Maurice and Regis, thank you for being here today, and thank you for giving us this great fight, April 17 live on the zone. We're going to have a head-to-head up here, and then both teams available for the media as well. Thanks for coming. Look forward to a great show this weekend and a great card April 17. Thank you.
Better be sorry.
Whatever. I was just checking my camera.
I remember you said about Ramirez, remember? You was in the stands with Ramirez, remember that? I remember you. Ramirez, remember? Remember you said that? Remember you said that? With him and Ramirez, remember that? I remember you. You know what I'm saying, Ramirez? What? Got a problem on his hands. Rick, no problem. That nigga want real bad. That nigga want. You smile, man. Black and blue is my name. Cheers.
That's hilarious.
Now I hear sound.
Fucking hell. Of course.
Now I hear sound.
Of course you do.
Yeah, come this way. Come this way. Come this way.
So big dog, how you, brother? Nice to see you, man.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. You're on it.
I work hard.
Yeah, I got you.
Regis, I'm gonna be bringing my camp.
He's first. He was with him first. I moved.
Bringing my camera.
Clear waters.
Hey, thank you.
I just stick with you. I get
Any promotions along?
Hey, Regis.
Come on, IFL, get your
You
stuff
helped me
together, bro.
last time with that
I'm just
belt.
kidding, I'm kidding.
My phone up to the
I know you feel the pressure.
You changed, man. You
feel
feel
the
all the
pressure,
time.
huh? You feel the pressure, don't you?
After yesterday, man.
Let's go, Scotland.
Do it, man. Don't shut up, man. Yeah, we just might kick my ass.
You better hurry, man.
That's it, that's 2 minutes of your interview already.
Yeah, we all got the light on, man.
Time is money.
Andrew McCart, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in Texas, Frisco, Texas. Finally, I've been chasing you around Las Vegas last week trying to get this interview. I found you in Texas. How you feeling, Regis?
I'm feeling good. A little tired, you know, I'm coming from LA, about to go right back on the plane, but I'm feeling good. I'm glad we got this out of the way. You know, we first head off. This is a huge fight for both of us, and I mean, I can't wait.
This is, well, it's Shura against Maurice Hooker just announced today. This is the biggest fight in the 140-pound division in terms of names and stature, because obviously Josh has got his mandatory in Kong Spong announced today. Ramirez has got his mandatory, but right now in the 140-pound division, it's you, Maurice Hooker. What's your thoughts on the fight itself?
I mean, just like you said, man, everybody's saying, you know, this is the biggest fight. You know, this is definitely the biggest fight to make it 140. You know, I think the winner of this fight goes on to do, you know, way bigger things and be right back, if not even more than the title holder, the champions, you know, right now. So I think this fight holds a lot of weight. I'm glad we can do it right now. I'm glad that, you know, the zone is putting it on, Asian match, the zone is putting it on. And like I said, man, I can't wait. It's just the energy. I already feel the energy. You know, recently me and him had this face off, his people that are talking shit, and it's like, you know, I'm already getting the jitters already, you know, so I just can't wait, man. It's a great fight, and, you know,
You had that same, somebody mentioned a comment, Rangers are too small. I'm pretty sure somebody in London said Rangers are too small against George Taylor. And you put up one of the best fights, probably the best fight of the year last year against George Taylor. Why do they not respect the fight? Why do they come at you with the height and the small?
Listen, man, they always gotta say something. That's just how it is. People always gotta say something. You know, it's not the size of the dog. It's about the size of the fight that's in the dog. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows my fight is not gonna stop. You know, my fight is just too much for, you know, almost anybody. I'm gonna keep coming. Just like Blue said. I'll fight fucking King Kong, you know, you pay me the right amount of money, you know, so that's just, I mean, that's just how I am. So they can say hype wise and all that. I mean, that's his cheerleaders. They trying to get my head, but you can't get my head, you know, like, I went to London, I had 20,000 people against me, so you think 6 motherfuckers go get my head if I had 20,000 people against me, bro, and like, you from there, you from the UK, I went to the Lions Den, and it's like, believe me, it's way worse than it, so this little shit, none of this stuff matters.
Maurice's team, they're confident they can stop you in this fight. They might. Can you stop Mo in this fight?
If Ramirez stops him, I definitely can stop for sure. You got somebody like Ramirez who stops him. Like I feel like I'm one of the hardest hitters in the division, maybe even the hardest hitter in the division right now. I feel like, you know, if I land on him just once, then it can stop. But I mean, I'm not even going to look to like stop him like early or nothing like that. I'm just gonna do my thing, have fun, you know, box when I need to, bang when I need to. So that's how I'm gonna do it. But I definitely feel like I really could stop him.
I just want to go back to the Josh Taylor fight now. You and Josh, you've dropped and stopped every single fight. Josh stopped everyone that he's fought. Dropped everyone that you fought.
Right.
The fact that both of you aimed each other's punches and they bounced off you, even though you were sort of bloody and cut and all that, does that give you confidence going into the future fight?
Of course.
Take big shots and still come forward?
Of course. I know I got a chin. You know, that's, I mean, I've been knowing that for a long time. You know, but the thing is, my management always tell me, like, don't prove it. No, you don't have to get hit if you don't want. You know, I think with the Josh Taylor fight, like, I learned a lot about, you know, I just learned a lot. Like, you know, I knew I could take a punch, but like in a big fight to keep taking a punch, and I knew that. You know, I know Josh is, you know, and the thing is, in the fight, Josh, he never hurt me. But don't get me wrong, Josh is strong. I mean, you know for a fact, like, Josh is big, he's strong. He just never hurt me in the fight. I don't know if I was because of his shape, my legs, or just because I saw the punches coming. But I know, like, I have a chance, I can take a punch, you know. So I'm not, you know, I always have confidence that I can take a punch, you know.
There's some shit talking through it between these two, man. Can we see the big match? Like I said to you, post-fighting with Josh, no, I want to see the big match from a selfish point of view, as a fan point of view, because it's a cracking fight. Is the shit talking ready to build this rematch up? Is that why you're doing it? Going back and forth? And do you believe you won the fight? Obviously?
I thought I won. You know, I thought I won. I mean, I think if it was decided, I think I would have got the decision. I was at the Tyson Fury fight, and a lot of the English fans, man, you won that fight. You won.
They're English though. They're English though.
One of them said, I'm Scottish, man, you won that fight. I'm Irish, man, you really won that fight. You know, so it is what it is. People say, you know, I mean, but I can't really go by that. The judges thought I lost. It's cool. I'm not even, you know, it is what it is. You know, hopefully, eventually, you know, if I can get the Josh Allen rematch down the line, then, you know, I think it'll be huge. I told him with Wiggins, I said, yeah, I know that really, but I said, yeah, after the fight, you know, hopefully we get the rematch for a shitload of more money down the line. You know, so hopefully me and Josh, you know, we can do it again. But right now, it's that man right now. So,
You don't still due me a pair of Balenciagas?
no, I don't owe you. I don't owe you, right? I was supposed to give him some Balenciagas when I won the fight, but I didn't win, so
I thought you said I got you to come to London, but okay.
No.
If you win, you give me a pair of Balenciagas. You put me in a sticky spot. Yeah?
Right, yeah.
147, again, if you win this fight against Ramirez, you're going to stick down at 140, you're not going to move up?
No telling. You know, I want the biggest fights. You know, like I said, after this, I think the winner is the Mike Garcia and Jesse Wallace winner. So either that or, you know, if it's Josh Hill or if it wasn't Ramirez, I think they're going to try to tackle this year. So those two are undisputed. So if not, you know, that route with Mike Garcia or Jesse Wallace, or do something else at 140 or 147. It depends. It's just, you know, it's hard. You got so many options right now.
Well, you've got me G'd up the way you handled most teams, so I'm going to stay G'd up and piss all these American media off and just stay here all day.
Listen, I told you, I didn't win. I went to the Lions.
I'm in the Lions Den. Look at this mob up here. Look at this mob. Final question. You were at Tyson Fury and Wilder last weekend there. Tyson surprised you with the stoppage?
He surprised me. He definitely surprised me. You know, I know he went out there and he did exactly what he said he was gonna do. And to me, like that was a historical fight. You know, like every time, you know, when you come out and you have the big fights on TV, when you come out the ring, that's gonna be one of those fights on TV now. That was a historical fight. You know, congrats to Tyson Fury and his whole team for that. He went out there and he did exactly what he said he was gonna do.
I won't keep much longer. Like I said, the media is stacked up. You've got a busy day ahead of you. We just thank you for TV and I'll catch you soon, brother. Thank you so much.
What's up, brother? Good to see you, sir.
Yes. Yeah, just scoot over a little bit.
Can you point them out?
Yeah. They were on the roof of the press conference, so...
Your camera's gonna keep moving.
This is pretty good. Yeah, cool. Carol Waters Sports right here with the one and only Regis Pro Grade. How you doing, man?
Good time. I gotta get right back on the plane, but I'm good.
It's this fight is a great fight, man. When I heard about it coming here, it really is just like the promoters were saying. You know, yes, Josh Taylor and Ramirez have the belts, but you know, you guys are right there. You guys just have it. You know, you guys just have it. You know, and I feel like you guys are all so talented. It's kind of a round robin, really. Like, you know, that Taylor was better out. Yeah, who knows what happens the second time around. Talk about this fight and just, like you said, you talked to Eddie Hearn, you're like, let's get it.
Yeah, like I said, I went to the press conference with Mike and Jesse Wallace the first time. You know, I was just like, you know, let's get the winner. Let's get the winner of those two. And he was like, well, and it was like, well, what you think about Maurice Hooker? I said, what? Hell yeah, let's do it. You know, let's do it. The numbers right, which the numbers are, you know, let's do it. And, you know, his team won it. You know, the thing is, like, me and him, we have history. You know, people don't know, like, I came up in like Texas and stuff like that. He's from Dallas. I lived in Houston for 13 years, so we fought before the amateurs, so we always had history and stuff. And I always knew that I was gonna fight him eventually one day. So now it's happening.
I was just gonna ask you about that. Being that you spent so much time in Texas, how did you guys interact? What was that fight like? Who won?
I won. It was a close fight. It definitely was a real close fight. I won that fight, and that's when I went to
What's that like, kind of fighting someone who's good at that time of your life and kind of realizing, you know what, I'm gonna see you again? What's that like?
I mean, yeah, I always knew I was gonna see him again. You know, I mean, he was, and I mean, he could probably tell you, like, I remember, like, I was still an amateur. He had turned pro, like, way before me, and I saw him once. I was like, bro, good job, bro. Like, you know, I want to do that one day, and you know, and I congratulate him on everything. But I knew I was rising fast. And when I came out in the pro, I came out bursting on the scene because I was knocking everybody else. And so, and then I kind of surpassed him. And I always knew that we was gonna fight. I always knew eventually we was gonna fight in the pros. And now's the time.
What's that like with Bomac? Like you said, you know, Bomac doesn't talk shit. The team's over there back there trying to talk to you, but Maurice is real quiet, real kind of humble, you know, just real like respectful of you. Is it hard because, you know, like the emotions get high, but the guy who you're fighting is the one talking shit?
Right. I mean, it's cool. Bomac can talk shit, man. That's what he's supposed to do. They're supposed to like try to get under my skin and stuff like that. But for me, like none of that stuff matters. At the end of the day, it all matters in the ring, you know. And I know like a lot, something I learned from my last fight with Josh Taylor. You know, I got into like a verbal sparring thing with him. You know, and that's really not my style. Like I'm just like a silent killer. I don't do too much talking to my opponents like they usually. You know, but me and him, we seen each other for so long, for building up to the fight. So it's only natural that you kind of keep going back and forth. You know, but most of the time I'm just I'm just silent with it, and that's just how I am. So I don't care about none of that stuff. And fight night is the only night that we have all these people or whatever. You know, and that's one thing. Like I said, I went to the Lions, then I went to the O2 before the 20,000 people in London. So that doesn't bother me. You know, you can have all these people here all you want. The ring is the only thing.
With that Josh Taylor fight, when you look back on it, what did you learn from that fight? What kind of changes have you made to improve from that fight? Which it was a close fight. It's not like, there's a lot to take back from that. But, obviously it was a lot, so you improved from every fight. What did you take from it?
Right, I mean, the main thing is, like, I know I gave up the middle rounds, that was just, like, my main thing. I gave up the middle rounds, and I should have boxed a little bit more, and ever since, I keep bringing this up, because, like, ever since I started boxing, I always felt like if I can hit you and I can hurt you, if you can hit me, you can't hurt me, I automatically won the fight. But this was the first time it didn't happen like that. I remember, like, he hit me, he didn't hurt me in the fight, but I hit him and I hurt him a couple of times, but he still won the fight, he still got the decision, So, sometimes, you guys just know when to box when you need to, and I'm like, I know I can be very loose, I can be very slippery when I want to, but my thing is, it's all a mind thing, because in my heart, I'm a fighter. I love to just I love to fight. I like to bite down on my mouthpiece, and I like to get it in, and that's what I like to do. So sometimes, and even the thing is, like, even if you can't take a punch, you don't need to. Sometimes at the end of the day, it's like with health and stuff like that. So sometimes you just don't need to. No matter if you take it or not, just don't. And the tail fight, that's one thing I learned about this.
Speaking about that kind of fighter mentality, Deontay Wilder seemed upset with Mark Breland for having stopped the fight. What's your take on that whole situation?
I mean, I think Mark Breland should have stopped the fight probably a round before that. To be honest, I think he beat up Deontay Wilder. Like, of course, like, as fighters, you have to fight for it. You want to go out on your shield. You don't care. You don't want to fight the corner to stop the fight. But sometimes the corner knows better. In the corner, Mark Breland never seen him get beat up like that before. So of course, if you never seen that, you gotta do what you gotta do. You're looking out for your fighter's health. At the end of the day, they made $30-40 million. So listen, like, don't risk your health if you get, if it's not your night, it's just not your night. And I really thought that no matter what, no matter if Deontay Wilder had a 100-pound vest on, 0-pound vest on, I just think that it was Tyson Fury. Like, that was it. Like, sometimes that's just it. Like, same thing with him, Josh Taylor thing. Like, I know it was a close fight, and I think that if it was here, then I probably would have got the nod. But that night, it was his night. That's it. Like, that night is his night. Some things is already broken stone, and you can't do nothing to change about it. So, that's the same thing I feel about the Tyson Fury.
Talk about Tyson Fury's victory, how obviously it was his night, like you said. He looked very good. Is he clearly the #1 heavyweight?
Yes. For me, he is. He's definitely. For me, before that, I thought that Deontay Wilder was number 2, and Joshua was. Now, I really think that Tyson Fury is number 1. So, I know Eddie wants to get it. He wants to get him with Anthony Joshua soon. Hopefully, I got Tyson Fury. I mean, I mean, just a big dude like that, elusive. They say he have problems stuff like that. That's probably he's probably 250 or something like that. So if you got somebody like that, he's gonna hit him, right? So man, I think he's number 1.
Talk about real quickly. It seems like Canelo might be fighting Joe Saunders coming up in May. It's a good fight, good style matchup. What do you think about that fight?
I mean, I think Canelo's #1 pound in the world. For me, in my opinion, you got Turnbull, you got Lomachenko, but as far as like you talking about like the opponents wise and just how big he is and stuff, for me, Canelo's #1. Joe Saunders is definitely, he's definitely a good fighter, but I still, like I said, I'm all right.
Big move. It's Regis Pro Grade fighting April 17th. Maurice Hooker, can't wait for it, sir. Thank you so much, brother, for your time. Appreciate you as always. Thank you, man.
All right, I'm here with Regis Prograde, former 140-pound champion. How you doing, Regis? I got to get it on tape, so I got to thank you again for.
13-4, the King team.
number 17 against a high quality opponent in Regis program?
I mean, I'm pumped up. I mean, he's like one of the best out there right now who are available. I'm available. Let's do it. I'm one of the best guy out there right now. It has to be him.
How can you change since the fight that we saw that fought Jose Ramirez almost a year ago?
Right. I mean, I got a new team, got a new support system. They teaching me the stuff I didn't learn. You know, just everything just coming along together. You know, we'll be ready.
Of course, you don't like to lose, but in the big scheme of things, do you think that loss might be what you need to reach your full potential?
Oh yeah. I mean, 'cause if I didn't lose, I'm gonna be right there right now. You know, I won't go both back and 10 off in there. You know, it just opened my eyes up. You know, so I'm pumped up about it. You know, I don't want to call this a loss. I call it a miss.
How much of an advantage is the fact that you have two camps without really showing much? I know you fought once on there, but you got them in and out, so we really didn't see the differences. So how much confidence you have the fact that you're basically going to be a fighter we haven't seen different since the Ramirez fight? I'm sure the camps were both back under your belt by the time you get in the ring with about 2 months.
I haven't gotten it because I haven't checked in yet.
The new boxing, me moving my head, we going there trying to box. You know, me got out.
It's like the same price if I got like hotels.
Me being in camp, you know, in and outside of camp. So I'm really pumped up and showed the world on my back.
What you learned from him in the Joshua Taylor fight?
I mean, I can't really go off that fight, you know, style made fight. You know, Joshua Taylor don't have the same style I have. Regis, he a dog. He a boy, you know. And I'm expecting him to come at 17 and beat him.
I think it is to get the belt back in the near future.
Now, I would like to get my belt back. I want to get my belt for Jose. Not whoever won,
So where's his confidence come from? You still got that hot swag.
I mean, I just want to be me, but I still be humble behind it. Don't worry about it. I'm just like cocky, but I just be humble and show the world who I am, you know. I'm ready.
It's safe to say that you're looking for this to be more like a fight than an actual boxing match. Like it's gonna be in the middle. We're gonna throw down who the best man is.
I mean, we're gonna have a couple rounds like that, but now I'm going to go out there and put the boxing plan. Everybody I can box, you know, I'm one of the best. You know, using the jab, using my head, you know, use the whole ring.
How much did going to the Ramirez experience get you ready for a big fight like this on this stage?
I mean, I'm gonna say that. I would say my team camp. You know, just pump me up. You know, working alongside Jameer Hampton, Tennis Thomas, Stephen Nelson. It's a lot of guys out there. You know, we all got to push each other to help. You know, I would be ready for whatever he brings.
Bobak said it's kind of personal with the camp. What the animosity come from?
They'll be saying, man, you know, Luke Bell, like over 10 years ago, making this fight, you know. But me, I'm ready. I'm going there to do what I have to do. We're going to take it, you know, round by round.
It's crazy that this fight's not in Houston because that'd be the perfect fight. Perfect spot because it's 3 hours from Dallas, 4 hours from New Orleans, and boom, you got your good fight.
I want to be in San Antonio. You know, out of the flood, he went to Houston. You know, we were right there in the middle, right there in San Antonio or somewhere. You know,
we're fighting on the East Coast.
Yeah, I mean. Anyway, matter of fact, it don't matter. I can fight him in his backyard, his living room. I want. Just do it.
So how does April 17th go, and why did you get your hand raised?
I'm going there, I'm taking round by round, like I said. I'm going there and then out boxing. Boxing shot. Show everybody what I'm about. I'm going to best at 140. I'm going to come out on top.
We know Regis looks at a lot of boxing channels. You have a message for him for when he be surfing and he sees this video.
Tell him, be ready. I'm coming. I know he's ready. I'm going to be ready. It's right there in the middle. Let's get it on.
He said he's about Bill's like, let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
For like 2-3 minutes.
You're going to go? Go ahead.
Let me know when you're at the camera later. It's your boy Rick Muhammad, Brawler Sports Media in the building. My associates, 3kingsboxing.com. I'm here with my man MAURICE, Hooker. He's getting ready to take on my man Regis PRORAIS. What is it? April 17th. You come to my neck of the woods in National Harbor out there in D.C.
Oh yeah.
27-1, 18 KOs. Close the year out. See some of the 20 careers in impressive TKO. Man, you guys are going in it up here. What's that all about? Is that your natural height?
Like I said, he's taking his thing. I take one for me. Come on top.
What would you say some of your best attributes are going into this fight? Knowing who you are. When you step into this square, you transform into somebody else.
I think about that like every now and then. Like
as a professional fighter.
Just laying up in my head, I'm like, somebody posted like how rude he's like, oh, what's up? And then he's like dancing. Are you okay with that?
I got coming. I'm okay with it. I'm just calm and then
And like Bowman always said, you don't go looking for the knockout. If he cooperates, it happens. It is not like Southpaw. So, what can we expect? Any concerns, first of all, from Regis? His style, you know, he's tough. Like you said, he's from Louisiana. He's got that Creole blood in him. You know it's going to be a dogfight.
Nah, no concern. No, I know it's not. He's out about here. I know I got it. I thought he hit me. I'll be ready for it. I already got the game plan. I'm going there, round by round.
You got a hell of a camp work with T. Crawford, Bud. Man, you should be in tip-top shape. Super ready. The sparring is going to be phenomenal for you going into this fight. When does camp really officially start? And how excited are you about being with Bowman now?
I mean, I actually bet last night. I was out there in Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
I was already training.
Yeah.
I was already pumped up at it. You know, this is what I want. So I got this fight real serious. I was putting off Stevie Nelson. I was sweating out guys. It was already working. It's dog camp, just big dog camp. Yeah. I mean, things that I gotta be ready to get my guy. So, camp already stuff.
Real quick, being a professional fighter like yourself, being in that ring, let's revamp on Wilder Fury 2. What did you think about that fight? Of course, Fury came in and did his thing. How do you feel about what Wilder needs to do now to get back right? And do you believe that stoppage was justifiable?
Oh man, I'm happy they stopped it. You know, people dying in the boxing. I mean, why not stop the fight and do a rematch? You know, get that shit back. Because that night wasn't his night. So I'm okay with it. You know, like football, baseball, it's for the body. Something like that, it's okay. You know, it's okay. You got to just learn from it. You know, it wasn't his night. It was a good stoppage. I mean, Fury did what he was doing. Came from Boston, looked nice, and they do right there. I like watching him. He's a really exciting fighter. He always been on the show.
And Wilder always shows up. He got a fellow champion, people's champion. He uses his platform for our people. I love him for that. I wish him the best. I felt that night was justifiable. He saved him and his family from a lot of grief and heartache of what could have happened had he not stopped it. And having the likes of a former Olympic gold medalist, Mark Breed, former world champion, to have that experience in your corner, to know when to flip that towel is a blessing.
It is. I mean, you could have never worked for that. Like you said, I look up to you guys about that right. He took one of my people, he put on the show, he represented us. I mean, just a bad night. Everybody talking down on him, but just a bad night.
At the end of the day, everybody's got a family to go home to and care for, children and so on and so forth. Nobody wants to be paralyzed, in a coma, or dead, deceased out of this world. You know what I mean? Real quick, brother, I want you to look in the camera and tell these folks who you are and that you're watching Raw Sports Media from.
Hey, y'all know my man. Y'all know me. You know, we come together, we go on the show. I'm coming April 17th. I'm going to do my thing. You know, I hope my other guy are ready, because I'm ready.
We ready. We gonna do the damn thing.
We're going to do the damn thing, like he said, man. I hope we got a good mouthpiece. There's be a lot of punches in the mouth. I'm going to shut you up.
It's your boy Rick Muhammad on Sports Media to build 3 keys and boxing.com. Hey, we out. I got more to come. That was good shit. You better have a good mouthpiece. Much respect.
Go ball or something this weekend. Alright, what time is it? Alright, I'm about to go train around 4 or 5. Alright, ready? I'm pretty good.
Popcorn cut. Stephen Cordeño right here with Maurice Hooker. Man, when I saw this fight, I got super excited, man. I was Southern Regis. I feel like credit to you guys for taking such a strong fight kind of after the losses that just recently happened. And I feel like even with those guys, Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez and you two, I feel like it's kind of the 4 kings almost. I feel like like bad nights happen, things like that. But I feel like you guys are all still right there. You guys are all still contention. Talk about this fight.
I mean, like I said, he's a former world champion. You know, we still one of the top dogs at 140. I mean, I'm happy that his camp want to take the fight. I want to take the fight. So now just us get ready, put on a show for the fans. It's gonna be a hell of a night coming April 17th. gonna walk away with the victory.
You, we thought you were going to 147. I believe you said you kind of wanted the last fight was also like 44, I believe. Is 140 in your rear view, do you feel, or is this kind of one of those test fights, maybe to tell yourself as well, like, I can't go down, maybe I should just go ahead and move up? Where's kind of your future?
I mean, this fight, my left fight now for a world title, so I don't have to make 140. You know, she's not for a world title. Why not make it 143, 144, something like that? You know what I mean? But I can't make 140. And I just want to win my belt back. I want my belt back, defeat like 1, 2 times, I will move up. But yeah, I still make 140, but it's not for a world title. Why go through our leg trying to make 140 for nothing?
Right. Regis was telling me that, you know, obviously he was here, he had the fight with you in the amateurs. He said he got the victory, obviously officially got the victory. When you smile, when you think about that fight, what happened in that fight? And do you feel it's kind of one of those amateur fights where you're like, nah, I really won, but they gave it to the judges kind of thing? Is it one of those things for you?
Ask him did the crab boom. That's how I'm gonna ask him did the crab boom after the fight. They boom because I got a ride. I was in the amateur I was lazy. I would fight. I fight 140, 151 I think, and I would walk around like 140, 142, cause I was too lazy. I mean 142. I was too lazy to lose 1 pound. Right. So I was too lazy. And my first time fight 151 or 152, whatever the weight is, and I beat him. They gave him the fight, the crowd booed him. They went crazy. He know who won. Ask Mr. got a headache from that back then. He know who won.
I love those stories because I always feel the other side is always like, nah, he knows what it is. You know?
Regis always ignore it. I always ignore it. You see, you trying to ignore it today?
Yeah, I can say your team was kind of heckling a little bit, Bomac and all the guys in the back.
Because he knows, and like I know, it's gonna be a tough fight. Anybody outside can do all the talking. Come down to it, I know he coming. I know he's a good guy. You know, I know I can't be slipping. I know I can't, be lagging on this fight. So I gotta come with him. And he know the same. If you don't, I'm gonna hurt him. Quick, get him out. Don't get back for overtime.
Oh man, I'm excited. I like to talk because I know it's gonna materialize in the fight. When you're with Bomac, have you been working with him long? And what's that relationship with Terrence? And what are those sparring sessions like with Terrence?
I mean, I've been with Bomac for a long time, but he was really my coach. When I first won the title over there in England, I fought Terrence Lane. I was working with him at the same gym. We were holding the mix, he was there. And I fought after Saturn, I want to say I was over there too. And I spoiled Crawford a couple times, a couple of his camps. So I was been there, so he know my style, Now that he actually my head coach, man, it's amazing. We got him, we got all the coaches. Coach Tuto, we got Coach Red. It's all of it, It's 3 coaches, and they always watching what the 2 others gotta do. So it's better than have one, more coaches than one, so I'm pumped up about it. They pumped up about it. They already broke Regis down to the T. That's why Bo made so cocky that he already broke him down. And he really smart. That's one guy I know who can sit there and read watching the books, watch all the fights, and just break this guy down. And he's smart. I gotta take my hand out to him.
Talk about those sparring sessions with Terrence. How did those go? I'm sure because he's not one to back down. I'm sure you're trying to get yours too. What are those like?
I mean, hey, we 2 big dogs. We both going in it, and I ain't gonna back down. He ain't gonna back down. So it's always good. What they say, what happens, just stay in the gym. But it's good. I tell you that, it's good.
Speaking of Terrence, who is your pound for pound number 1? I feel like a lot of people kind of interchange him and Canelo. Who is your pound for pound number 1?
Because I go with Terrence. Terrence started. He won a bet at 135. He won all the bets at 140. Then he got a bet at 147. I mean, you can't overlook that. But then Canelo, I don't know how the best he got with weight class. Canelo right there behind him. I give him like neck to neck. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters too. He right there by neck to neck. But I know more about Terrence, so I'm gonna go with Terrence because 135, all the belts are 140. Then he got a belt 147. Oh, I mean, who else did that?
And you gotta go back to the gym.
Yeah, and he's still going. Yeah, if I say the wrong thing, you're right. It's gonna be on. Go Tuesday.
Last subject I want to talk to you about Wilder Fury happened last weekend. It was a great fight. I feel like just what's your take on kind of Mark getting kind of a lot of slack from throwing the towel? What's your take on that whole situation?
I like it. It's a good idea. Why not, man? I mean, it wasn't his night. Why let him go through all that beating and suffering? He stop it right now. He come back even stronger. I mean, I feel like a fighter is us. We should learn from our losses. That'll make who you are. You take a loss. Cool. It depends on how you show how you come back. That night wasn't. his night, Wilder night. He was getting hit with shots. He got hit with a couple of rapid punches behind the head, behind the ear. I mean, but hey, no excuses. Like he said, he lost. I just want to see how he gonna come back. Is he gonna, put the big boy shoes on and go back out there, or is he still gonna complain about the last fight? It's over. I hope he come back there and be stronger. Come back. But it was a good fight. That's him hats out to Tyson Fury. Cause that guy right there, he showed some good boxing skills, moving around the ring, and I didn't know he had power.
Yeah, I mean, 273 pounds in the move like that is pretty incredible. Well, what do you think about the costume kind of reason that came out the Wild West? What was your thoughts on that?
I kind of believe it. I mean, it's just like sometimes we do like strength conditioning, lift weights and shit. I mean, stuff, my bad, before we sport. Lift weights before we sport, then, we get in there, so we don't have no legs. Man, I kind of believe it, but like you said, he ain't looking for no excuse, but I kind of believe it. I don't want to see him do the rematch.
You said Fury looked excellent. I feel is definitely the number one heavyweight in the world. Would you agree with that? And how does the fight between him and AJ?
I would say AJ is number one. He got more belts, but that's a good fight right there. I used to talk something. Like I said, Tyson Fury, man, he showed up. Man. He showed up and he looked good, but boxing and with power. I mean, that's just right there. Him and AJ is a good fight. That's why I wanted to watch.
Looking at that, who has the edge? Who do you think takes that fight?
I don't know. Tyson Fury just shot. He just shot me from the last fight. So I really don't know. If we had before the fight, I would say AJ, but now it's just I don't know. He showed me a lot. I mean, he got hard. He's a clown before the fight and after the fight. I mean, he's a sight to watch.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's going to be fun to watch. Your fight's going to be fun to watch. PRORAIS versus HOOKER. HOOKER, tell the fans where they can follow you and leading up to the fight.
You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at MAURICE HOOKER.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mom. I'll get you.
Say video.
Yes, I'm not going to take a picture. All right, cool.
What's your good side? No.
Oh, no.
Both things are good side. We good. Lily Ulloa here with Maurice, Idaho Hooker. Now, you're coming fresh off a first round TKO victory, but you've been in the gym for about 3 weeks now, according to your trainer. Is that because you felt like that first round knockout wasn't enough to get some rounds in, or is it because you really want to prepare for Regis?
I just want my build up. I just got to prepare myself to anybody. I've been wanting to fight, and they told me it was about to fight. Let's do it. My team probably let's do it. Just wait on Regis camp to sign a contract and back with it. We wanted to fight. Let's wait on them. So I just went to the gym just in case it wasn't Regis, somebody else. I'm making sure that I'm ready. So whoever it was, that's Regis. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Now you've been sparring with Bud Crawford, and most people have him as number one pound for pound. He's now at 147. Do you think you're getting a really good workout there with him, especially coming with someone like Regis? But has a little bit more technical style as well. Do you think that's going to help you out with Regis when it comes forward? It's really, really effective.
Yeah, both of them have two different styles, but both Crawford is way better than Regis. I'm not hating him. He's very smart in the ring. He's one smart in the fight. I mean, I can't do the same thing between him twice, but I can't. But he's smart. Yes, when he fights Southpaw, he'll really use Southpaw. He just reaches a little short. Regis is more like a counterpuncher. He's an aggressive counterpuncher. And Terrence Crawford, he's just a boxer with Southpaw. So the two different styles. But Crawford's always right there. When I'm working, he's back with it. He's right there helping me out. Coach me, take me to the
Now you both lost unification matches. Yours was a little bit more devastating fashion. Do you think because you lost by TKO, he feels like he's going to have the upper hand with you?
Oh yeah, every time I'm knock me out. I mean, like I said, I had a bad night. Before the fight, a lot of stuff going on with my team, my camp, and I just want to focus. I was ready to get in the ring to fight. I ain't do the game plan or nothing. I just want to get in the ring. Knock his head out. Even the first round with a jab or anything that can touch me, I want to take his head out. I want to focus. But this fight here, we got good people around me, and a new coach, and everybody around me, helping me focus, Just see my coach, I'm going to take him around,
You talk about wanting those belts back, or your belt back. But as we know, Ramirez is with top rank, Josh Taylor just signed with top rank. Do you feel like maybe now there's a little bit of, I guess fear that they might keep those belts within themselves?
I mean, yeah, they can try, but I'm willing to go to their hometown to fight. I'm willing to go there to ease me in the fight. I'm willing to I have to give my
Now, you used to always come out with a lollipop. We didn't see you in the last one. What, are you going to bring the lollipop back for this fight?
I'm gonna, it really been like it, but the left I was so focused, so zoned in on the fight. The fight might be the split right now, no like five, stay focused, and stay zoned in, and be ready for whatever you bring to the table.
Your fight was also probably one of the best fights I've seen live. Regis, like he often comes forward like that. Do you think that fight was so sad on how you finished him after such a grueling match? Kind of gives you, you know, a little more expertise on how to take on Regis.
Yeah. I mean, I can't prepare for this. Wrestling, but he can prepare for me when he fights somebody like me, my style. Because he don't know my style, that's what coach. But I would be there to meet him in the ring, whenever we fight, we'll be in the middle of the ring, and I'm be waiting on him. He meet me in the middle of the ring, be ready.
No, they predict, you know, this is going to be an easy fight. Your trainer. Guys, sorry, you like to say it's going to be an easy fight for you guys. You guys are not predicting a knockout. What are your goals for this fight?
Just for my coach. Ran by ring. I see myself taking the fight away from him right now. 56 rounds, I'm going to take over.
With your resume, people know who you are already, but let the fans know where they can follow you on social media so they can let you build up to this fight and, you know, keep up with it.
Mighty Mo, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, boo. Thanks.
Okay, we go Just gotta get our settings real quick. Alright. Estamos con set frame y todo eso, ¿no? Aquí. ¿Qué? Cámara.
Oh, solo tocándolo.
Sí.
Yeah.
Siento que está muy claro. Está demasiado claro. ¿Claro? ¿Luz? Sí, demasiado. Ahí. Mucho mejor. Un poquito más. Hold on. Right? Oh, it's a word.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Marcus Villegas here in Texas, being joined with Maurice Hooker. Maurice's big fight with Regis PRORAIS was just announced. It's a great fight. But before we talk about that, I gotta ask you, all the buzz has been about this Wilder versus Fury 2 fight. Just let me hear your thoughts on the fight and what you made of the performance by each guy.
I mean, it's a good performance. He shot everybody. I ain't even win by knockout. I thought Dante was going to knock him out. He had the power. He been like everybody else. So I think he's going to knock him out like that. Just take the whole
Awesome. Well, I look forward to following you. I don't think a lot of guys just coming out, but Eddie Hearn is putting you on this platform. There's a reason for it, so I wish you nothing but the best.